What we're wanting to achieve by tempering is a beautiful gloss and finish on our chocolate, a great contraction and snap. Tempering is simple if you remember 3 important factors: time, temperature and movement. To achieve that, it's very, very simple. We must ensure that we have beta crystals present in the chocolate when it sets. There's actually 5 crystals that we can develop in the chocolate. We only want to develop the one, which is the beta crystals. The beta crystal will melt at 34 degrees Celsius and it will maintain its structure below 29 degrees. So if we have the correct percentage of beta crystals, when we hit 29 degrees, there's no space in the structure for the unstable crystals to develop. If the unstable crystals have developed, when it drops below 29 degrees Celsius, what you will find is you will have created fat bloom. Fat bloom is where the unstable crystals try to link in together to contract, but they're all different shapes. What you will see is white blemishes on the surface, which is caused by the cocoa butter setting in larger particles, which visibly isn't great to look at. As well, it's not nice to eat because it'll be very granular to eat. So to ensure that you get a perfect finish, it's really important that you have the correct amount of beta crystals in your chocolate as it's setting. The first one is what we call tabling. We heat the chocolate to 45 degrees Celsius. We pour 2/3 onto a stone or bench surface. The thicker the bench, the better, because it will dissipate the heat. We give the chocolate movement until it cools down to 27 degrees Celsius. Turn the thermostat down to the working temperature of your chocolate. We then place it back in with our third that's been retained at 45 degrees Celsius and stir the two together quite vigorously. Once the 2 chocolates are combined, we then do a test on a plastic scraper or a piece of silicone paper. It should set at room temperature. If your chocolate test has set, your chocolate is ready to use. The second method is called inoculation or seeding. Both names, but it's exactly the same method. Once again, we heat the chocolate to 45 degrees Celsius. We add in 20% of colettes. If you're using a block, you need to finely chop the chocolate. Turn the thermostat down to the working temperature of your chocolate. We vigorously stir the chocolate until all the chocolate is combined and melted. For your test, if your room temperature is below 22 degrees Celsius, we leave the test at room temperature for 5 minutes for dark chocolate, for approximately 7 minutes for milk, and up to 9 to 10 minutes for white. It needs to be a very thin layer of chocolate. If it doesn't set within that time, your chocolate is not tempered. Depending on what you're tempering, white, milk or dark, will determine what temperature you maintain your chocolate at while it's in a tempered state. Between 29 to 30 degrees for white chocolate, between 30 to 31 degrees for milk chocolate, and between 31 and 32 degrees for dark chocolate. Once you have your tempered chocolate, you're ready to mold, create garnishes, showpieces and structures. Keep in mind, the thin piece of chocolate can be set at room temperature first, before moving into a cool room. Once your chocolate has set, contracted, you're able to take it out of the mold and admire your great tempering skills.